a chairman of the Petroleum Trust Fund, military head of state, and finally democratic president. Yet, he was never found wanting for once. I was privileged to serve him in different capacities, and I can attest to his rare discipline. I was his campaign spokesperson in the 2019 presidential election, and then his Minister of State, first in the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, and later in the Ministry of Labor and Employment. From these vantage positions, I saw that he was a fierce stickler for hierarchical order and discipline. The Buhari I know will never, ever sacrifice hierarchical order and discipline on the altar of personal relationships, family ties, or friendships. Once a subordinate can no longer work with a superior, no matter how close that subordinate was to President Buhari, the subordinate will be sacrificed in order for government to function smoothly. There are several examples that I know you all remember, and as Minister of State, I enjoyed that support from him. Only very few people in history have the grace and opportunity to reinvent themselves at the highest level and to recraft their own legacies. From the image of a no-nonsense and stern military dictator of the 1980s, who allegedly truncated democracy and rode roughshod over the rule of law, to the image of a frustrated serial election loser, and then to the hero and symbol of change and hope that the nation chose to defeat a behemoth ruling party and the sitting president in 2015 for the first time in our history. And finally, to the legacy of a sitting president who presided over a peaceful, free, and fair democratic process that produced his successor in office and peacefully handed over power. This is the stuff of which thrilling fictional movies are made. That is why for millions of people, he was an enigma in life, an enigma in death. He oscillated from one perception to the extreme, to the other extreme perception that was diametrically different from the first. At the end, we can conveniently say that President Muhammadu Buhari ticked all the boxes that we can use to qualify a quintessential patriot, a fine officer, and an exceptional statesman. He came, he fought, and he conquered. He has finished the course, and he has run a good race. Goodbye, May Gaskia. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Minister. Next.